coming up this road through this turn. He couldn't make the turn. So you can see right here where he went off. A little bit of right there, basically you can see where he went. And then right there, it's probably where his handlebars cranked him to the left. He got ripped to the side and flew down this hill. Ended up down there. The bike was upside down in the water right where it's sitting. And he was up right there, laying just right there, right next to the bike. Actually not even that close to the bike, so he must have gone over these trees and then ended up right there. This thing is in surprisingly decent shape somehow. They got a tow truck on the way right now to get it up out of the river.
There you go.
All right, so as you just saw, it was a pretty bad accident. We just got the bike back to my house. I'm gonna get it taken out and we'll see what the damage is. Ready to lean it that way a little bit? What do you want? Straight, nice and straight, very straight.
That was straight on the handlebars.
No, the handlebars are not straight, they're bent. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So at first glance, we got some bent stuff, broken turn signal that might actually be okay. Same thing with that one. So that slipped back on. The exhaust is totally munched, but it looks like it might only be the slip-on part. It's obviously really dirty. Got some fork carnage right there, fender carnage, but the front tire is popped. You can see right here it hit something pretty hard on that side. This side actually looks okay, so I wonder if when it hit that, if it just blew the bead. But it might have popped the tire. Broke this turn signal all the way off. Blew the rubber out of it. Broke the chrome cover for the turn signal off, but really not bad. Mostly dirty. Some scrapes. Blew a fork seal out because it was leaking in the bed of the truck. Broke both mirrors. As far as engine failure, I'm not sure. I was going to try and at least check the oil and make sure it doesn't have water in it. See if it has oil in it or if it punctured the case on the bottom. This is after, because it sat in the bed of my truck for a week before I could get it out. I just didn't have the help. And so it's rained a couple times. It used to be a lot dirtier, but the rain actually cleaned it up quite a bit. Let's check the oil. That's probably... Oil's not milky. So the oil's not milky, that's a good sign. And it's still got plenty of oil in it. Clean one owner, never jumped. Nothing like that. Let's see if it'll start. The only thing I can't check, it's pretty full of fuel because we filled it up right before we left. I don't know if it's got water in there. If water leaked in through this. I don't know how upside down it was in the creek because I wasn't there when it was upside down. Oh.
Battery's ready. Yeah, battery's still
Turns on, that's a shocking sign. I don't know. Doesn't show neutral. Thought it was neutral. Oh, I think the battery's either totally shot or something's bad. Yeah, nothing. There's the headlight still on?
Not the headlight, but the blinker is. The blinker's on barely.
Okay, so it's got no juice. So I'm gonna put a trickle charger on it, see if the battery takes some juice. If it charges up, maybe it'll start. I'd be shocked. but it would be cool. It'd be surprising if it's that durable. You can see all around the tank, I mean almost nothing on the tank. No big dents, little scratches right here, but really not bad. I mean, there's some scratching on it, which isn't surprising, but really not very dented at all, if at all. It's got some little teeny dents that I can feel with my hand, but you almost can't see them. The rear fender has some scratches, but I think a lot of those scratches were on it before the crash. Little break on the plastic right there. Kickstand's all rusty now and hard to move, so I'll have to put some lubrication on that. Hopefully the belt's fine, because I just put a brand new belt on it, and that was $500, so hopefully I don't have to replace that again. Brand new tires, hopefully the tire's fine, and then we'll figure out the exhaust. So I'll throw a battery charger on it. It'll probably be a few days before I get back to it, and then we'll keep the video going. Well, the tire held air. That's a good sign. All right, I'm leaving for the day because it's Easter, but I wanted to see if it would start before I left. So, 'tis the moment of truth. Wow. As soon as it started, I wanted to rev it up a little bit and noticed this. That cable is completely crushed. The throttle does not turn at all. So, that'll have to be fixed. All right, today's the day. We got our throttle cable. Okay, we got the throttle cable on. Let's start it, see if it revs up, see if it sounds good. Nice. Perfect. Now we got to tackle everything else to get it roadworthy. First things first, this turn signal is broken off. I'm wondering if I can just reuse this rubber and get it to work good enough by just getting this bracket back in there. So let's pull this off. The bracket is bent a little bit, so I'm going to unbend the bracket, straighten it out with just a pair of pliers, take the nut off, take this off, reseat it in there, and see if I can attach it and see if it'll hold good enough. We call these the Bender 9000s. All right, good sign. It tightened. It's on there. Doesn't look like it's gonna fall off. So this bracket piece is busted. I might have to just order a new one of those, but it's not gonna stop the rideability of it. And that actually does feel really loose. I don't know how to replace these, but that looks like it'll have to be replaced. But again, it's not rubbing on anything, so as long as the fork tube isn't damaged, which I don't think it is, I don't think it went far enough, then it's all cosmetic stuff. It shouldn't affect the runnability of it. Next order of business. This fender got hit by probably a really big rock, same one that hit here. It is pushed into the tire really bad. I actually think this is what hit the tire and pushed it off. So I'm just going to try and take a pry bar and push it in there and kind of reshape it a little bit and make it look as good as it can. I mean, the paint's chipped and it is scratched, so it isn't going to look perfect, but hopefully I can make it look better. Pretty stout. Like it doesn't want to move at all. Yeah, that definitely needs a hammer on it. So let's just pull the fender off. This is an old input shaft for my old Power Stroke. I tape up the end so it doesn't damage the metal as much. And I do it on the grass so it doesn't damage the other side, and I beat away on it. Comes out looking like that. Not perfect, but pretty close. Alright, throw it back on. Now you can see, way straighter. Now we got to straighten the handlebars. What happens is these are loose and they're on rubber, so they get twisted like that, which will twist the handlebars. All you got to do is loosen them and straighten the handlebars. What I did is I turned it straight and I just put a socket in there like that. So when I turned, it hit the socket. Take this mirror off because it's obviously damaged. I just happen to have a different mirror off the M109R that I was working on, so I'm going to throw it on because I like having a mirror. instead of just nothing. I like being able to see a little bit about what's behind me. Last thing I got to do is pull the slip-on exhaust off. I need to order another one. I haven't yet, but it'll run. It'll be loud, but it'll run without it. There we go. Look at that. That got crunched. Well, that's going to be louder now. Should see how it sounds. That for sure needs a muffler. That's loud. I think that's it. I think we got her pretty much squared up. So now we just need to jump on the road, see if it'll run and drive. I think I'm going to check the oil one last time now that I've had it sitting here for a minute. And then yeah, we'll go see if it'll ride. Definitely needs an exhaust on it. It's just annoyingly loud. But all in all, I mean, it's driving straight. It runs down the road okay. I'm just glad that it does run after that mishap. Jump on the highway and see how it does on here. At least it's running and driving. That's more than you could say for a lot of bikes that went through that kind of an accident. All right, guys, I'm gonna end off the video there. As you can see, pretty durable. There's a couple things I got left to do, but not really worth recording anything. So you can see that Vstar 950, even through what it went through, pretty durable bike. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.